Okay, so out here today in the Bale and Timothy with the Marcrest 3236 swing hitch, Massey Ferguson 1844S inline 3-string balers, and the old AFS Connect 200 Case IH. So, get a lot of questions how it works, what's this and that and the other. So I figured I would just do a little video on how it works. So, the second hitch out back there, or the second baler, it has a LiDAR camera on it that will detect the windrow and follow it. The problem we're having is that the windrows are so tall that the camera's like here, the windrow's here, and so it just thinks it's on the ground, so it doesn't know where to go. It just steers all over the place. Now, if you have a really light row, it works really good. So, if you can see right here, these green arrows, or these green lines coming up, that is like what it's seeing as far as like what the camera sees. So there, it should have a peak in the middle and flat on the outside. Well, that would be like a row and then the ground. Well, the row's so wide it doesn't, and tall, it doesn't detect the ground. Anyway, so I'm just manually running it. Now this encoder wheel here, one click each way is 1 degree back there. So it's, once you get it set as you're going, yeah, it's just fine to you. You're not changing it much. You might go 10 minutes without moving it, unless the guy who was on the rake did this shot, and yeah. So anyways, yeah, pretty easy to, actually really easy to run, not too horribly bad. Yeah, this might move this up here somewhere, so you're not constantly like that, but you gotta turn around anyways. It's just a weird spot for your arm to be. Side note, whatever. Yeah, I'm not running guidance or anything. That's just there for mapping, so I can see how many acres I did. Versus the other balers, all is a cumulative total. And then up here I got front and rear baler monitor, stroke counter, and that one really doesn't work that well. That one works pretty good. Cameras. Yeah, so what else? This tractor's 200 horsepower, and you can see it'll usually run about 60, 65, but it'll spike up 80, 82, 100% horsepower. Each one of these balers takes 70, 75 PTO horsepower. So let's just take the high side and we'll go 150. And then the, it takes horsepower to move it around. So yeah, the rear baler is hydraulically driven. So up front, right behind us here, there is a gearbox that has a 1000 PTO input. Straight through, and then the front baler is PTO driven from there. The hydraulic pump that runs the rear baler is bolted on top of that gearbox, and then it's hydraulically, and there's a motor and a PTO shaft on the back baler. Cooling fans, radiator cooling fans in reverse. Haven't had any issues with the back one running slower versus the front one. There's plenty of cooling capacity, plenty of oil. Doesn't even run that warm. Let's go in here to my analog. See, we've been running for 6 hours now, and it's, I think, 95 degrees out. 135 degree hydraulic oil temperature. So, yeah, and let's go back here. One more. Pump load's at 84%, so it's not like it's, yeah, it's working pretty good. No. Yeah. What else here? I might exaggerate on the once every 5 minutes. But that row, that row's all over the place for the adjustment here. So, but it's not hard. It's just click, and it gives you what your set point and what your actual angle is. So your set point, 8 degree over here, you just kind of know, usually like 33 to like 36 degrees offset back there. That's where you want to run. That's like the next row over. Yeah, it's kind of how that goes. So, yeah. What else here? Actually, I'm going to take this guy. Let's move him around. Maybe. I don't know if you can see much out the back there with that one. Probably not. Probably got the camera mount in the way. So, anyways, as you can probably there. Yeah. So we'll get turned around here. One of the problems that you kind of run into is the first baler runs out of crop 30 feet ahead of the other one. So what do? Well, you kind of just run that one there and run the back one at half speed until you get out of the row. Oh, see, we're kind of losing it here. I'll get some better camera angles here later. You just steer that back baler right around. When it's in auto mode, it'll trail a lot better behind you. We are not in auto mode, so yeah. Let's see here. You have to kind of think. You have to think ahead about 5 minutes on this thing. If not, you'll get yourself in a pinch that you ain't gonna get out of. What you're gonna notice is, since all the headlands aren't done yet, it's gonna leave. Well, it might swing over and get it. There's a little spot right there. There was actually another set of bales there, another row of bales last time I came around, so I had to work around those. Almost got it. Not too bad for just winging it out there. I don't know if you can see that back there or not. 36 degrees, all right. That's really all it takes to turn it around. Well, let me bring that in a little bit. It takes a little fine tuning once you get on your row, but you're good to go. It also has set points, so you can set it. I don't know if that helped or not. It has set points, so when you're turning around, you can hit resume, and it'll automatically go over to, say, 36 degrees, right to it. So yeah, but that only works if you're in auto mode and the LiDAR is working. So you can switch it over to I don't know if that works or not. So you could go, you could switch it over to auto mode. Yes. Now we're in LiDAR control, and it's really struggling to find where it's going, so we're just going to take it out. Yes, I want to run it. Yep. Now it says we're in manual mode. Let's go back to 33 degrees. And there we go. So really not too hard to turn around and run. You just, like I said, you just got to think ahead about 5 minutes on where you're going to go. This just works in the outside couple towers. Everybody kind of works inside. You're going to get your most productivity out of this machine in the long passes, less turnaround, etc. Now, you do have the, like, well, if one baler breaks down, then you're two balers down. Yes, you are. But when two balers are running, you're running with 2 balers with half the turnaround time, 1 operator, 1 tractor. Now, one Freeman baler on a Case 115 tractor is burning in that neighborhood of 3.5 gallons an hour. This with 2 balers is right now we're 5.4, 5.3. It'll spike up to 8 when you get a heavy spot, but we're averaging, you know, in that 6 to 5.5 to 6 range. So, yep. So coming up here, we still got 1 set of bales, or one. Well, if Kenny would quit talking with Jake over here, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got 8 bales left to pick up. They're conveniently in my way, but we'll get through them. This is how easy this thing gets around. So I don't know if this camera back here is picking. It's gonna pick that up or not. So we'll get that one through here. Start swinging it in. Loop around here. Oh, there we go. Around. Oh, I'm gonna hit it. Maybe not. Oh, look at that. Now, on this end of the whole deal, it's going to make kind of a mess. I don't know if you can see that back there. That's the other thing you got to watch out for. The front baler will drop a bale and it gets in the way of the back baler. I'll be right back. Boom.